What's up, crypto legends? US SEC does not plan to appeal court decision on Grayscale Bitcoin ETF. We did see a little bit of volatility coming out here when this news came. We had a massive pump into this technical level, daily naked point of control, and got a pretty decent corrective move. This is a level mentioned on yesterday's live stream. We talked about this technical level getting respected very nicely despite the news coming out. We also have some very interesting news coming out today, guys. Ferrari to accept crypto as payment for its cars in the US. Adoption is growing, guys. So spot Bitcoin ETF inevitably is going to get approved at some point. We've seen Ferrari in the US approving crypto. You know, everything points out that we will be entering into that bull run in between 2024 and 2025 unless we get a black swan event. But that is all speculation. Let's talk about the technical levels. What is going to be the next move here for Bitcoin? I'm still leaning slightly bearish, but I do think that there is a possibility in getting a leg up potentially to $27,200 or even slightly higher. We're going to explain why in today's episode and also zooming in on the lower time frames on how we can be prepared for these levels, guys. Make sure to stay tuned. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode. Let's dive in, guys. But I want to let you know there's going to be a Trezor hardware wallet giveaway if this video gets over 1,000 likes, guys. You just need to leave a comment down below, smash up the like button. I will be choosing a random comment, and also sign up with the link in the description for MEXC, guys. It is the first link. You get $20,000 worth of bonus here. As you can see, there's still 23 days to claim this bonus. MEXC is the exchange that I'm using currently because the fees are very low, and obviously I had to look for an alternative to trade on another exchange here in the immediate short term. Let's dive in right away here on the higher time frames. Let's talk about the bullish case scenario where we are getting that support from the September point of control and also the resistance of this bump and run scenario, and the price is going to come all the way up to $28,600 and maybe even higher. This is the unlikely scenario. In my opinion, I am leaning a little bit more bearish, and I do see here the $24,800 being hit in the coming days or potentially couple of weeks. But overall, we are at support here at 26,500. Do we have a chance here in going to higher levels? Of course, that is definitely a possibility. Like I said here on the previous videos, we do see this as an A, B, C wave, looking for that next move here to the downside. However, we can have another leg up. This would be more of a complex corrective move. For the moment, we have only had 3 waves, which mainly is an ABC structure, right? When you do take a look at this low over here, ABC right over there. Remember, this low over here was not hit on the spot exchanges. Okay, so this was the ultimate low level, and we can see here that ABC moved to the upside and already getting those impulsive moves down. Now, if we do zoom in on the lower time frames, okay, well, I'm going to let you know what are the resistance levels. Hey, does this mean that this already being the top of the C wave, we are creating those impulsive waves to the downside and we're going to go to much lower levels? Well, I think so. Let's go to the 1 hourly time frame and let's explain the scenario here, because from this top, if this were to be the top of the C wave, we have created that first impulsive move here to the downside. The second wave right over here, as you can see, and also now we are inside of the third wave. Let me note that this low over here was only created on the Bybit chart, okay? On most of the exchanges, this low was not created. So we're counting here the first wave down here, the second wave coming all the way up to the 7-8 Fibonacci, which is a quite common target, okay, for a second wave. And now inside of the third wave. The question now, is this third wave finished here and we are in the fourth wave? Or this is just a small consolidation inside of the third wave and we are going to go to lower levels? This is the hard bit here of Elliott wave theory to know, okay, looking at the micro counts, because this could be the end of the fourth wave. Right now, the third wave, we are inside of the fourth wave and we are going to be creating that fifth wave now in the next coming days. However, you might think, hey, the fourth wave cannot overlap the first wave. Well, if it were going to overlap, we're going to still look at some resistance levels here inside of this zone, because this might still be inside of that third wave, and then we're going to create the fourth and then the fifth. Okay, so a little bit complex here when we do take a look at Elliott wave theory, but we just need to take a look at the different possibilities. So this is really not going to affect my trading. Just like this resistance that we talked about here yesterday, we hit that level with the grayscale news and we got rejected, right? It was a shorting opportunity. The price dropped several $100s, okay, since that level of resistance. So it doesn't really matter when you take a look at Elliott wave theory or, these different news events or something, it's just trying to understand where are the possibilities of the direction. But the levels are the levels. They do get respected here, no matter if there is massive spot Bitcoin ETF news or, Elliott wave theory or you name it, a very special indicator that is just, created with AI. It doesn't really matter. Those technical levels are there, that you need to have your risk management, take the trade decision, and that's it. You can see that beautiful rejection from that daily naked point of control mentioned yesterday on the live stream, getting that rejection. So it is a technical level despite anything else. So diving in here again here on this scenario, hey, what happens if we do get a little bit of another move here to the upside? Now, we can slightly touch the first wave, maybe overlap it slightly. It is definitely acceptable, but we cannot basically go halfway from the first wave, right? That would obviously not be... we would not allow that here looking at Elliott wave theory. But you can, have a little bit more of an overlap. So if this were to be the fourth wave or still part of the third wave, right? Inside of this third wave, it is important to note Fibonacci. Let's take a look at the pivot high to the pivot low Fibonacci retracement. And what is disturbing, that the most common retracement for a fourth wave is in between the 382 and the 50%. Yes, it can go to 618. It has done that many times, but the most, the most common one is in between 382 and 50% being the most common. So that 50% Fibonacci would be overlapping slightly the first wave here, as you can see on the chart, right from this low coming all the way up here. But it is definitely a resistance zone. So I want to know what could happen here. Hey, if we were to see this as an ABC structure, like I was talking about here with the legends, maybe this was it. Maybe we've already had that ABC wave here to the downside, as you can see, because this has already created from this low 1, 2, and 3 ABC, and this is very corrective, no doubt about it. All right, this is not impulsive. These moves are impulsive. These moves down are impulsive. This is very corrective. So you would assume, if you were to get another leg up, you are still in a corrective structure, and I would be looking for shorting positions, despite this one was a good short mentioned on yesterday's live stream. What if we do get a leg up here? Well, we need to understand what are the big major levels of resistance. Fibonacci pivot high to the pivot low right there, 382 would be slightly above the high here, around about 27,200. That would be acceptable. That would be kind of just tapping the first wave down here, looking at Elliott wave theory. If we were to go to 50% Fibonacci, that is a little bit more of an interesting zone. I'm more interested in between 382 and 50%. And one of the main reasons why is because it is in confluence with the value area low from the trading range from the 1st of October till the 10th of October. There's been 10 days of a big major range here, as you can see on the chart. And that value area low where we did get rejection here, as you can see on the 11th of October, which we were very much aware of, then obviously you would be looking for that swing failure pattern from that high, possibly tapping that level, okay? Tapping that level, hitting the value area low of this trading range, and then getting the large move here to the downside. Definitely a level to pay attention. This is a move that would have to be about $400 to the upside. I mean, I'm not sure if we are going to go all the way up there. This could be the end of an ABC and we're going to start moving down from here, guys. But it's definitely a level that we need to take into consideration if we were to blast off from this range. Of course, a test of the previous day high and then a rejection is also a possibility. You might be just following here this uptrend corrective move, kind of a bear flag right there. You might have one more test of the high of the resistance of this flag and then correct. This is also definitely something that we would be looking at with the Legends community. Hey, we might test this high over here and then get the rejection move, which would give us obviously a potential shorting opportunity if we do reject. If we do break through, the most interesting level on higher time frames with highest confluence is that value area low from the 1st to the 10th of October. We also have this high here for the liquidity grab. And if we do take a look at Fibonacci retracement, we do take a look at the high here from the start of this impulsive wave to the downside. That would be round about 50% is slightly above. So in between that 382 and 50% Fibonacci. So you could get that, volatility at that range and then start correcting very aggressively. Something that could happen, guys. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but this would be definitely a zone that I would be willing to enter a short position if the price rejects. It's a lot of confluence, value area low, 50% is slightly above. You could get that volatility and that rejection here from the start of this major impulsive move, creating another low from this low over here. So the waves to the downside are definitely more impulsive than the waves here to the upside. A level to take into consideration, guys, just that. Now, what is the bullish case scenario? What are the levels here that you're interested? Well, they are the same levels on the higher time frames. We are looking here for this low to be hit again at some point. How is this low going to be hit? Is it going to successfully break down, or will it create a swing failure pattern double bottom scenario? That is something that I'm paying attention to. If we were to slice through very aggressively, we got that daily and that daily point of control. Also, when we do zoom out here on the 4-hourly time frame, when we do take a look at Fibonacci retracement from the start of the major pump from the low to the high, that daily level with a daily naked point of control is at the 61865 Fibonacci. I would be looking for a reaction at that level, no doubt, guys, for a significant bounce. It won't be easy. We'll be paying close attention in the Legends community for that level. But overall, inside of the range, guys, not much more to be said. It is the weekend, so we might be range trading. It might be a little bit boring. We are looking for some small little levels in the Legends community. If you wish to join, guys, where I do post daily updates here, I do spend many hours in the Legends to get ready here for the community for some potential scenarios. You got the link in the description, guys. That is where I post every single day those possible setups for Bitcoin. Not much more to be said, guys. The higher time frame levels have been mentioned on this video. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.